Hey guys, this is the Anime Fiend, and today we're gonna talk about One Piece greatness and especially about, two important things that happened in chapter 1014 that I wanna stress on about. And of course, the first thing is Momonosuke and what Momonosuke found out in Odin's journal, right? And he basically realized what his role in this war is, right? And not this war, basically the final war. And some people think Momo is Joy Boy, but I'm with the majority who think, he could be related to ancient weapons. I mean, if he's that important, right? And he could be, Uranus, or he could be Pluton. Now, I know people said Pluton was a ship because of Frankie's stuff and all of these things, right? But again, Frankie, it was like anti-Pluton, right? Frankie, basically he had the blueprints for something, a battleship that could actually, act as an anti-Pluton. If Pluton went into the wrong hands, then this thing can stop that thing. So it could still be a ship, and basically this one could be Uranus. So whatever. But yeah, that's the main theory, right? He was gonna tell Kinemon something, but then again, Kanjuro, he came in and did his bullshit. So But well, it is what it is about Momo, right? We'll get to know that sometime. But the main thing that I want to talk about is Kaido talking about Joy Boy. And now, initially in the chapter review, I was like, well, did Kaido mention Joy Boy before, or is this the first time? I wasn't sure, but yeah, now I checked, and I'm pretty sure, this is probably the first time, or this is the time where Kaido actually stressed, oh, you couldn't be Joy Boy. So it's like implying that he knows a bit more than what he's saying, right? So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And Kaido, man, as I've said in various previous videos of mine, that Kaido, his character is slowly growing interesting and interesting and interesting, right? Initially what we thought was, he was this Kenpachi-esque character, just bash people and get away with it, right? And I like Kenpachi. Kenpachi is awesome, but Kaido is just so much more, man. His ideals and all of these things, it keeps growing and it keeps getting interesting, right? Initially it started with his ideals of, I want to die like a man and stuff, and then slowly with his, pirates will always betray you and all these things, like his ideals and stuff. And now his knowledge about Joy Boy, about, he wants to destroy the world. He just, he's just bored, and all of these things could actually be, related. And, of course, the big thing I wanted to talk about is, of course, Rocks, right? Rocks wanted to become the king of the world, and he specifically targeted celestial dragons and the world government. Roger, being this big ass criminal that people despise, that dude just wanted to become the pirate king. And if what Whitebeard said was true, then Joy Boy is this guy who's gonna bring out this war, and the world government are gonna get destroyed, and the celestial dragons are gonna get destroyed, right? So Roger didn't do that. Rocks tried to do that. So begs the question that how much did Rocks know? Was it just because he's crazy and he wanted to destroy everything, or he knew something and he wanted to do something? He might be evil, right? He doesn't have to be a good guy himself to know how bad the celestial dragons and the world government is to destroy them, right? It's basically bad people disliking bad people. That could happen, right? Look at Doflamingo, look at Blackbeard, so it's it's just fascinating, man. How much does Kaido and all these people know, and how much did Rocks knew? Because it's pretty crazy, right? Damn, man. I'm just I'm just waiting for this flashback, man. I mean, I don't know if we'll get a Rocks flashback, like a big ass good Rocks flashback, but we could get something in Kaido's flashback, right? It could be like Odin's flashback, right? I mean, initially we didn't get much about Wano. Mostly, initially we got a little about Wano, and then mostly it was, his journey with Whitebeard and his journey with Roger, and then at the end we got a little more about Wano. So yeah, it could be similar to that. Maybe initially we could get a little about maybe like Kaido's childhood, just like what we got with Big Mom, and then we could get Rock's pirates and their adventures and stuff, and maybe after that we get to see that how Orochi reached Kaido and stuff. Maybe that could go on later, right? But I'm just fascinated to see what is the deal with Kaido and Rocks, man, because Kaido actually, despite whatever he says, it feels like he was the most loyal to Rocks, and he felt the most betrayed when, whatever happened in God Valley, right? So Kaido's knowledge about Joyboy could be beautiful. Like maybe he is waiting for Joyboy, he's waiting for this awesome dude who is captain, who Roger, all these people were like waiting for, who were like fascinated about, and maybe he's like, well, maybe, he's worth looking at, right? He's worth confronting. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But anyways, that's it for the video. If you think the video is good, then like, share, subscribe, comment down what do you think about this thing, right? What are your thoughts? What do you think is gonna happen next? But anyways, man, check out our podcast, the Anime Unhinged podcast, both on YouTube and on Twitch. Check out our Discord. We could have fun discussions. Check out my Patreon if you want to have more support and whatever. But anyways, man, as always, until next time, peace.